Hi guys, I've been rigging this boat for the last few days. This boat was bought by a local lad who restored it, was in pretty bad shape. Unfortunately, he passed away before he finished it, so the boat is now in the care of the club, of the sailing club. We are responsible for keeping it afloat, and as such, I just rigged it with whatever we had spare around the club. We have a small Lateen sail here. It's probably too small for this boat and this mast, but it will be enough for us to go around, and even the kids, if they want to have a go at traditional boats instead of the optimists and lasers all the time. So we're gonna try today. There's some big tides coming, so we can actually put it down in the water today. Let me just give you a quick run through how this is rigged. This rope here is what holds the yard against the mast. Once the sail is up, we're going to pull on this one to get the yard close to the mast. And now we've got this rope here, we call it the Catraios, and this is what controls the tack. If you're pointing to wind, you want this as much as possible close to the deck. When on a run, you want to slack this and let the yard go across like that. These ropes help prevent the yard from swinging with the swell, and also it helps you control the twist of the yard or the sail. Tacking with the Lateen sail is almost like tacking any other boat. Contrary to popular belief, most Lateen sails don't dip the yard to tack. That as the boat gets bigger, that gets exponentially harder and dangerous to do that. Also, in some boats like this one, it's physically impossible to dip the yard. Let me show you what happens if you try to dip the yard on a boat that's not rigged for it. If the length of the yard from mast to tack is longer than the distance between the halyard pulley and the deck, that means the boat can't dip the yard because it will hit the deck. Don't do this with strong winds, guys. Actually, don't do this at all. This sail is very small for this mast, so I could actually raise the yard by pulling the halyard enough to make it dip, but usually that's not how they are rigged. Today I'm not really using the horses because there's not much swell, so there's no swing to compensate, and unless I'm running, it doesn't really matter. tacking or jibing is very important to release the hawsers, otherwise the yard won't be allowed to swing from one side of the boat to the other and you might capsize. I'm on shore now. Unfortunately the battery ran out and I forgot all the spare batteries in the car, where you need them of course. As expected, the boat didn't perform that well. The sail angles at the clew and the tack, but particularly the clew, it's not correct for where the travel is, so when you tighten the main sheet the sail doesn't really get tight where it should be. The leash just flaps a lot and I can't really control the foot of the sail either, so or maybe I'm just used to a boom, the loose foot sail with a boom, but although it's the same size as my Goat Island skiff, it's completely different. The boat is really heavy. And that is still with some water there. Of course it's much easier to sail than racing dinghies. You can let go of the tiller, tie the main sheet, come up front, do whatever you want, get the cameras ready, then go back and the boat's still in the same, heading the same way. And you can actually sit on the side of the boat without tipping it. It was fun nevertheless. At least we got to sail once this year, and now it's time to beach them, and they're gonna stay here for the winter. We're actually gonna pull them up a bit more with some rollers. Next year we'll try again, maybe get a new sail for it. Let's see what budget we can manage next year. All in all, it was good fun. So guys, stay safe and I'll see you next week.